I need to tell someone about this before I lose my mind completely. 3 days ago, I received a voicemail from myself. Not someone pretending to be me, my actual voice. My speech patterns, even the way I clear my throat when I'm nervous. The message was 47 seconds long, and I've listened to it maybe 200 times since then, trying to find some explanation that doesn't make me sound completely insane. "Don't go to work tomorrow," my voice said. "I know you won't listen. You never do. But please, just this once, trust me. If you go, you'll understand why I'm calling, and by then, it'll be too late. They're already watching you. Check the photo I sent." There was no photo. I checked everywhere. Texts, emails, social media, even my spam folders. Nothing. I figured it was some kind of elaborate prank. Maybe someone using AI to clone my voice. The technology exists now. I've read articles about it. But something about the exhaustion in those words, the defeat, it sounded exactly like me after a terrible day. It sounded like someone who'd already lost. I went to work anyway. I'm a data analyst for a medical research firm called Helios Analytics, and I had a presentation I couldn't miss. My manager had been on my case for weeks about falling behind on the quarterly reports. Missing this meeting would have been career suicide. The office was normal at first. Karen brought donuts from the place on 5th Street. Steve complained about traffic on the interstate. My computer booted up fine, and I pulled up my presentation files, ready to spend the morning preparing. That's when I noticed the folder. It was labeled with yesterday's date, sitting right there on my desktop. I don't remember creating it. The folder icon looked different too, darker, like it was corrupted or created by a different operating system. I almost deleted it thinking it was some kind of malware, but curiosity got the better of me. Inside were exactly 147 photographs, all taken from my office window, all showing the parking lot 8 floors below. Each photo was time-stamped in sequential order starting at 8:47 a.m. right when I usually arrive at work. I recognized my car in every single photo. My beat-up Honda Civic with the dent in the rear bumper from when I backed into a pole last summer. But I wasn't alone. In the first image, there was a man in a gray suit standing about 20 feet from my car. His face was turned away from the camera, but his posture was rigid, unnatural. By the 10th photo, he'd moved closer to my car, though I couldn't tell from the images if he was walking or just appearing in different positions. By the 30th, he was touching my driver's side door, his hand pressed flat against the window. The timestamp showed these photos were taken over the course of 6 hours yesterday. One photo approximately every 2.5 minutes. This was impossible. I'd been at my desk all day yesterday. I would have noticed someone standing in the parking lot for 6 hours. I would have noticed myself taking 147 photographs. But according to the metadata, these photos had been taken by my phone. I scrolled faster through the images, watching the man circle my car, watching him peer through the windows, watching him try the door handles. Around photo 89, he stopped. He was gone. Just vanished between frames. But what made my hands start shaking was photo 147, the last image in the sequence. The man in the gray suit was gone, but the camera had zoomed in on my car's rear window. Pressed against the glass from inside was a face. My face. Eyes wide, mouth open in a silent scream, hands pressed against the window like I was trying to break through. The timestamp on this photo was 2:47 p.m. yesterday, right when I'd been in a meeting about data security protocols. I was looking at myself trapped in my own car. I checked the metadata again, zooming in on the details. All 147 photos had been taken by my phone, model number matching my device exactly. The GPS coordinates were correct, our office building's parking lot. But when I pulled out my phone and opened the camera roll, there was nothing. These photos didn't exist on my device, only on my work computer in a folder I didn't create. My desk phone rang, making me jump. Internal extension showing it was from somewhere else in the building. I picked up with a shaking hand. "You checked the photos." It was my voice again, but strained, almost whispering, like someone trying not to be overheard. "You need to leave the building. Don't take your car. Don't tell anyone where you're going. Don't stop to grab your things. Just walk out the front door and keep walking until you're at least 2 miles away. You have maybe 10 minutes before it happens." "Who is this?" I asked, even though I knew how insane that question was. I was literally asking myself who I was. "I'm you, 47 days from now, and I'm trying to fix the worst mistake I ever made, which is not leaving when I had the chance. Look out your window, right now. Don't wait." I stood up, my chair rolling backward and hitting the cubicle wall. I walked to my office window and looked down at the parking lot. At first, everything seemed normal. Cars in their spaces, sunlight glinting off windshields, a few people walking to and from the building, probably heading out for an early lunch. Then I saw him. The man in the gray suit standing next to my car, looking directly up at my window. Even from 8 floors up, I could see his face clearly. It was completely expressionless, blank like a mannequin. He raised one hand and pressed something against his ear. A phone. My desk phone rang again, different extension this time. I didn't answer. It kept ringing, shrill and insistent. Then Karen's phone started ringing in the cubicle next to mine. Then Steve's across the aisle. Then the phone at the empty desk behind me. Within 30 seconds, every phone in the office was ringing simultaneously, creating this horrible, discordant symphony of electronic chirping that seemed to come from everywhere at once. Everyone stopped working. Conversations died mid-sentence. Keyboards fell silent. We all just sat there, frozen, staring at our phones, none of us answering. The sound was overwhelming, disorienting. I could see people covering their ears, grimacing at the noise. The ringing went on for 2 full minutes before stopping all at once, cutting off so abruptly that the silence felt like a physical pressure in my ears. In that silence, my computer screen went black. Then text appeared, white letters on black background, typing out in real time like someone was writing it as I watched. "You were supposed to stay home. Now we have to do this the hard way. Check your car. Check what's waiting for you." I ran. I didn't tell anyone, didn't grab my jacket or my bag, didn't even close my presentation files. I just ran for the stairs. The elevator felt too dangerous, too enclosed, too much like a trap. I took the stairs 3 at a time, 8 floors down, my legs burning and my lungs screaming. When I hit the ground floor, my legs burning and my lungs screaming, I pushed through the lobby doors and out into the parking lot. The sunlight was blinding after the fluorescent lights, the office lights. My car looked normal from a distance. I approached it carefully, keys in hand, checking my surroundings every few steps. The man in the gray suit was gone. The parking lot was almost empty now. I circled my vehicle twice before unlocking it, checking through every window first. Empty. No signs of forced entry, nothing out of place. My air freshener still hung from the rearview mirror. My gym bag was still in the back seat where I'd left it 3 days ago. But sitting on my driver's seat, placed perfectly in the center, was my phone. The same phone currently in my pocket. I pulled out my phone to compare them. They were identical in every way. Same model, same black case, even the same crack in the screen protector from when I dropped it in the grocery store parking lot last month. Same smudge marks, same scuffs on the corners. I picked up the phone from my seat with trembling hands. It was warm, like someone had just been using it, and the battery showed 73%, the exact same charge level as the phone in my pocket. The screen lit up showing one notification: a voicemail from an unknown number received 47 seconds ago. With shaking fingers, I played it. "You're starting to understand now," my voice said. It sounded older somehow, rougher, like I'd aged years in a short time.
"There are 2 of you now. There have been since you came to work today. One of you will leave this parking lot and go home and live your life normally for exactly 47 days. The other one stays here, inside the car, inside the moment, trapped in the loop, trying to warn the past version, failing every single time. I have left this voicemail 147 times now. You never listen. You always come to work, and it always happens the same way. I'm so tired." The voicemail continued, and I could hear something like tears in my voice. The man in the gray suit isn't real. He's a marker, a sign that the split is happening. You see him every time you're about to become 2 people. He appears right before one version of you stays and one version goes. Check your rearview mirror. The other you is already there. He's been there the whole time. I looked up at the rearview mirror slowly, afraid of what I'd see. The back seat was empty, but in the reflection, I could see my office window 8 floors up. Someone was standing there, pressed against the glass, hands raised like they were pounding on it, watching me. It was me. Both of my phones, the one from my pocket and the one from my seat, started ringing simultaneously. The sound was perfectly synchronized, creating an odd echo effect. Unknown number on both screens. With a feeling of absolute dread, I answered the one in my hand. "Drive home, right now. Don't look back at the building. Don't stop for gas, don't stop for food, don't stop for anything. And whatever you do, don't answer when you call yourself in 47 days. Let it go to voicemail. Let it end with you. Break the loop, please. I can't keep doing this." I got in my car and drove. I didn't look back at the building. My hands gripped the steering wheel so hard my knuckles went white. I drove home in complete silence, too afraid to turn on the radio. Every car that pulled up behind me at a stoplight made my heart race. Every person I saw on the sidewalk looked like they might be the man in the gray suit. I've been home for 3 days now. I've called in sick to work, telling them I have the flu. I've barely eaten. I've barely slept. I keep checking the doors and windows, making sure they're locked. But here's the thing that keeps me up at night. This morning, I checked my camera roll, just a routine check while lying in bed. There are 147 new photos, all of them taken from my home office window, all of them showing my driveway, my front lawn, my mailbox. And in every single one, there's a man in a gray suit, getting closer to my front door with each image. The photos are time-stamped, starting at 8:47 a.m. today. The last one, taken just an hour ago, shows him standing on my porch. And I just received a voicemail from an unknown number. It's 47 seconds long. I haven't listened to it yet. I don't think I want to. But my hand keeps moving toward the play button like it's not entirely under my control anymore. Like maybe I'm not the version of me who gets to break the loop. Maybe I'm the one who has to make the call.